I welcome you all for the live queries. Please leave your queries in here. I welcome you all on this live session. Please leave your queries here. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Please confirm if audio video is clear so that we can proceed. Yeah, so let's start it. So yeah, Praveen and Champ are here. So good evening, everyone. Let's start it. So this was a question which has come in INS November 21, and basically in this question we have to differentiate between the testicular failure and obstructive azoospermia. So whether it is FSH or whether it is FNAC, question was this, and why it is not testosterone, why it is not karyotyping, question was this. So let's see. These are the different type of azoospermias. Okay, so this is the flow chart which you have to follow when it is a normal volume azoospermia. Okay, when it's a normal volume azoospermia, if a patient has a normal volume and of the semen, if the patient has a normal volume of the semen and the patient has azoospermia, okay, and the patient has azoospermia, so now your first test will be, in any condition, it will be FSH, FSH and FSH. Okay, if FSH value is low, it clearly indicates that it is pre-testicular, that is there is yes, Dr. Anonymous, I'm taking. First see this question, we will be taking it soon. Okay, so first if it is a FSH is decrease, okay, then it is a pre-testicular. It means it is hypothalamus pituitary fault, right? I hope this you know this. Okay, and if the FSH is high, then there is testes failure, because due to the loss of the negative feedback, because testes, they produce testosterone and testosterone cause the negative feedback. Okay, so due to the and if the FSH is normal, then we need to do biopsy to see whether it is testis failure or obstructive azoospermia. In this condition, you will not write here testis biopsy, because they have not done the FSH level. Once they are done with the FSH level, only then you will say that it is the answer is testes biopsy. Supposing in this question they have written that FSH is normal, then your answer would have been FNAC testes. Since they have not written it, okay, so because our first test, see here, a champ, our first test is always FSH. So if in the question specifically it is not written FSH has been done, then you will not write biopsy. If it is written FSH has been done and now you differentiate between testicular failure and obstructive azoospermia, then your answer will be biopsy. I hope it's clear. Dr. Anonymous, is it 20th question of today's quiz, like, right? I'm just taking it. If any problem, champ, please write down. Vas deferens and seminal vesicles are absent in. Even if the champ, they ask you that give us the diagnostic test, still, because testicular, if on the test you have got, if on the FSH test you have got high FSH, then it is clear that it is a testicular failure. Why to prone a patient for biopsy? Why to prone the patient for biopsy, right? So only and only if they have written that FSH has been done, it is normal. Now you differentiate. Yeah, Pragya, I'm taking Dr. Anonymous. Vas deferens and seminal vesicle, usually in cystic fibrosis due to the mutation of CTFR gene. I think you people must know better than me. Due to the CTFR gene, there is absence of vas deferens usually, but sometimes there is also sometimes also there is a problem in the obstructive sometimes there is also absence of seminal vesicle. Usually there is only absence of vas deferens in cystic fibrosis. Okay, let's take the another options for Dr. Anonymous. Kalman syndrome, beta. Kalman, I'm just seeing why the options are wrong. Okay, so here I would like to tell you that in a 20th question, the query of Dr. Anonymous, can you help me in telling what happens in Kalman syndrome? Dear Anonymous, in Kalman syndrome, there is, can you tell me what happens in Kalman syndrome? In Kalman syndrome, there is no hypothalamus functioning, right? And Klinefelter syndrome, there is testicular failure. And in Y microdeletion, again there is a testicular failure. So in rest all of the options, even if you don't know, you can rule out. Okay, so now Pragya has asked question number 13. Pragya, this is to be learned. There is nothing in doing that. HMG is responsible for causing maximum multiple pregnancy. Pragya, I hope you are there. Okay, HMG is responsible for maximum chances of multiple pregnancy. Okay, multiple pregnancy, that is how much? 30%. And what is the chances in clomiphene? In clomiphene, we discussed it. The chances are, yes, the chances are 1 to 4%. Okay, and HMG, again and again they have given you 3-4 times. 3 times in NEET PG and 1 time in FNG exam, that the HMG is responsible for maximum risk of OHSS, ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome. So these 2 things you have to learn for HMG, that there is maximum chances of multiple pregnancy with HMG ovulation induction, and there are maximum chances of OHSS. Okay, so this you have to learn. Next is question number 22. I think options are wrong. Beta, they are right. Why you are saying they are wrong? So I think you don't understand this question. This is a question of, in the morning session, some questions were left. So I put it in evening session. This is a question of ionized set at, I think it is of the last May 22. Okay. It is ionized set